Matt, congratulations, back to winning ways. That must be a good feeling.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think we were at our best today by any means. I thought we looked a little bit jaded, if anything. Didn't quite have the quality in possession which we needed to hurt them. But sometimes you're going to win games of football on a bit of guts, a bit of luck, and some good saves from your goalkeeper. Yeah,
I'm going to mention the goalkeeper because he's made 3 good stops there, hasn't he? And I know he's had a bit of an indifferent start to his Exeter career, but today he's done well for you.
Definitely, he's been a lot more consistent recently, and you've got to take heart from those saves. And football is often based on confidence, and you make a save early, which you did in the first half, then your game gets better and better. Look, we've no qualms over Johnny. We know he's a good goalkeeper for us. He's just had a little bit of an unfortunate time for us, but he sort of proved his worth today. And like I say, when the team needs something, every now and then people have got to stand up, and Johnny really stood up today. Like I said, I can't criticise our performance, but I certainly didn't feel we were at our best today.
You made changes. Nicky Law was put onto the bench. What was you thinking about that? Was that tactical?
It's pretty simple. Nicky played 90 minutes against Northampton, 120 on Tuesday night. His history with us and throughout his career, his little niggles on the back of 3 games in a week. So I couldn't risk him to start. You probably saw that with Alex Fisher, who didn't even play the 90 and then 120. So it's absolutely, it's a way sometimes you protect one and you put another player in, and all of a sudden we lose Fish. So I tried to protect the ones I felt were at risk, if that makes sense. And Nicky's certainly one we don't want to lose for a longer period. Like I say, I've got good enough players to step into that role. Jake Taylor and Nigel and Archie are outstanding as a midfield 3, certainly out of possession. But then you do lose a little bit of control when Nicky Law's not on the pitch. You probably saw that towards the end. But like I say, sometimes the quality isn't quite there, but you can win a game on guts.
Terrific goal, well worked. Great cross from Pierce Sweeney, matched by a great header by Ryan.
Yeah, look, Pierce has got some real quality in terms of his delivery. Both my outside centre halves, in terms of when Tom Parks and Dean Moxey play there, have got good quality, and they've got to keep on doing that. Like I say, we'll talk about the quality, and that was probably one of the few moments we showed real quality. When we did put a couple of passes together in both halves, we looked like we could hurt him. It just didn't happen enough. But like I say, when I'm looking around and looking at that group of players, I know my players. I can see when they're physically at a little bit of a low, and I'm looking about how I can change and help them out, and then you lose Fish. Sometimes you've just got to trust them to see it out, and sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't happen. We've conceded enough late goals in my time at Exeter City to know how much it hurts, and today was our day in terms of a bit of luck, and like I say, big performance from Johnny.
Despite the changes throughout the game with substitutions and maybe a little change in formation as well, you still look comfortable. Salford had plenty of possession but never really hurt you.
Yeah, but then that's probably, look, our goalkeepers haven't been overworked this season in terms of actual saves, so that's probably one of the first few times where our goalkeepers made more than half a dozen saves, and I felt Johnny did that today. So when Lewis played, it was the same, and Johnny, it's moments, and they've made big saves, but I felt Johnny worked more than our keeper has been all season. So as much as you say we felt comfortable and looked comfortable, they still did hurt us, and that's part and parcel of football. If they break through our last line of defence, then Johnny's there to hopefully help us out. But there were still times when we were putting our bodies on the line. Tom Parks and Aaron Martin and Pierce Sweeney, Dean Moxey, that back four, when I went to a back four, were tough, and they were supported by the likes of Nigel and Archie in front of them. Like I say, I want more from the group at certain times, but on the back of the miles we've done this week and the games we've played and the disappointment of Tuesday, that's a big result for us today.
Yeah, the 2 lads who played centre half, they threw themselves into every single challenge. None more so than Tom Parks right at the end.
Definitely, but that's what I want my centre halves to do. Tom's a certain ilk of a centre half, where the reasons why I signed him, and I'd like to think this team or this group's getting tougher and tougher as we get on. We've got to remember that we've got some young players out there who are physically at a low and still need to get tougher, so the likes of Randell and Archie and so on and so forth. But like I say, they've got to take real heart from seeing them. There's a big centre halves putting their bodies on the line, and I actually thought Ryan Bowman top on the pitch was a real physical force for us throughout.
And we understand the players might be off for a little bit of a party tonight, but it's well deserved.
Without a doubt, look, it's that time of year. The footballers' Christmas party comes around every year. As a manager, I understand fully why they need it and what takes part. And it's as much a social team bonding as it is a release of anything else. On the back of the miles we've done this week, I'm sure the first few pints will taste pretty sweet. I've asked them to look after themselves as best they can at certain stages in the next couple of days. But look, I've been on enough Christmas parties myself to know what will happen in the next couple of days, and they deserve it. We're not in a bad position. They've given me everything, and as long as they keep on doing that, then I've got no qualms.
Well done today, and enjoy tonight.